Why don't we remember things from our early childhood? Well, a couple of things are happening. First off, the brain only tries to store things that it thinks are important. So you can't remember what you had for dinner every night because that's not super important. But if there was a break in the routine, like a car crashed through your window, that is something your brain would store. During our early childhood, everything is new. We don't know what's normal and what's not yet. So our brain is having trouble figuring out what to store and what not. And that leads me to my second point, which is that between the ages of like 6 and 10, our brains undergo what's called synaptic pruning. For the first couple of years of life, our brains are growing so rapidly, they are these primordial soups of synapses firing and creating. This is why our skull is not fully fused together when we're born and doesn't do so until about 2, because our brains are growing so much. They need room to grow. And these synapses, the pathways between the neurons, are forming so rapidly they get very dense over the first 24 months. The brain does this so much it's actually overproducing, and around age 6 it starts doing what's called synaptic pruning, and that means it's getting rid of the stuff that it doesn't use. This pruning process is sort of the brain maximizing its processing power and reducing its carbon footprint all at the same time. Somewhere between ages 10 and 14, we've lost up to 50% of the synapses that the brain formed in early childhood. This is not a process we have any conscious control over, and in fact some mental illnesses are characterized by too much or too little synaptic pruning. Anyways, if you can't remember anything from when you were 6 months old, that just means your brain is kind of functioning the way it was supposed to.